You're now watching The Hot Seat, powered by XS Energy Drink. When you're drinking XS, you're drinking the best. And now, live from the CSL studio, your host, Nesta Can.
Good afternoon and welcome to another episode of The Hot Seat, powered by XS Energy Drink. When you're drinking XS, you're drinking the best. The NFL season's upon us. We have two special guests in the studio with us today. Two of my good friends, Roger Burnwell and Maurice McNair. I almost forgot your name for a second. Fellas, welcome to The Hot Seat.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, glad to be here, brother.
How are you guys doing? So, the NFL season is less than 2 weeks away.
Mm-hmm.
What are you guys excited or most excited to see about? What do you guys want to,
One of the things pretty much
looking forward to seeing?
Yeah, I'm not a Giants fan, but I like to see how the Giant offense is going to go today for this year. With Barkley, the new addition, and they got a weapon on the side with old Daniel Beckham and everybody. So that's one of the big things I probably want to see this upcoming year.
Okay. And you?
Well, of course, I want to see if my Eagles could repeat. I know I've seen there's a lot going on as far as the quarterback position with Wentz being hurt and Foles with a little shoulder injury, and see how that backfield works. Especially with the fantasy season approaching as well. More of a that's my team, but still the money aspect and the fantasy is something that resonates over here.
Well, Eagles, but he has a 49ers hat on. I don't know what's going on with that. I'm trying to figure out which Eagle player probably that you like that went to the 49ers. What 49ers players went to the Eagles? Is there something behind that, or no?
It was just the way I felt when I got up. Super Mario don't go with Eagles green.
Oh, okay. Do you guys think Sam Darnold should start week 1?
That's my team, the Jets.
Yeah.
It's a tricky situation, but it's like a 50-50. I like Terry Brathwaite. Bridgewater.
Yeah.
Bridgewater. But he gives a good shot. We put him in there early. That might help us out. But it's a tricky situation because it's a rookie quarterback and going to take a lot of ups. He's going to take a lot of bumps and stuff. So it's pretty tricky. But I think he's going to do good longevity for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you? No.
Nah, I think they should let Teddy Bridgewater at least start a couple games and let the rookie get his bearings as far as everything with the NFL and the pace and everything like that. You signed Bridgewater. Why not give him a try? It's not like you're exactly in quarterback. In Super Bowl contention, there's a lot of teams you have to beat out to make it that far. So see what you have in your players, and of course you could let the rookie get in. Maybe week 3, maybe 4. I don't think they're really gonna grab too many wins. So. You don't have to really throw him into the fire that fast.
Yeah. Well, they said Bridgewater's on a trading block. We'll see if he gets traded. I think they're auditioning him for right now. They're letting him play right now, so they can, it's like
see what they got in them.
Yeah.
See if any teams are interested.
Which rookies do you think are going to make the most impact on their team? Well, Barkley.
I think Barkley probably win.
Barkley, number 1. Who else?
I feel I like Carrion. But it's a lot.
Everyone's high on him.
Everybody
running back a committee over there in Detroit.
Yeah, I know it's a lot going on over there. But also I'd say Calvin Ridley.
Yeah.
Pretty much most wide receivers that are in that number 2 position where a lot of attention is on the ones. Also like James Washington off the Steelers is pretty good too.
I like Bradley Chubb. I think him and on defense he what do you call it again? Homeboy from Denver.
From Denver.
Yeah.
So, defense or offense?
Oh, defense. Yeah. See, look, it's been a long weekend for us. Yeah, but Bradley Chubb, I think, is going to make an impact on defense, and also Derwin James. He's on Chargers, setting the secondary. Should help out that secondary a little bit. So, besides Barkley, I think on defense, Bradley Chubb and Derwin James, I think they'll have an impact. Von Miller. There you go. You know, sometimes it's
Von
like,
Miller, like,
it's
wow.
there because you're in air real quick. You're like, oh shit, what's going on?
I knew I didn't even think about
You know,
saying
I'm thinking.
Von Miller. No, there's
You know
no
what's
way
coming
that-
to my mind real
yeah,
quick?
remember Von
Where
Miller.
was coming to my mind? I was like, where? It's not.
Okay.
Boy, Von Miller, right? So he and Von Miller. I've seen him playing preseason so far, and I said Von was
The
coaching
defense,
him.
Yeah, the defense definitely going to be way better with both of them on the defensive line.
Yeah.
So that'll
I
be
mean,
good.
defense was already pretty much up there
Yeah.
and respected in the NFL to begin with.
Who are your sleeper
But
teams this year? Sleeper.
What would a sleeper be?
Well, teams that no one's really talking about that that you think is going to have success this year.
Would the Chargers be one?
Yeah, I mean that's one of mine. Chargers.
See? Yeah.
I think Denver.
Think of- yeah, people sleeping on Denver?
I think they'll be pretty much in the mix with the quarterback, a veteran quarterback coming along.
Yeah.
I mean, he could throw it to the receivers. They got the best receivers out there, in the league. So I think that Denver's a good team to be a sleeper.
How about the Bears?
The Bears, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With the
What
new
about
coach coming along, and then also a couple additions with, Anthony Miller, and he also got, what's that boy, Robinson?
Yeah.
They got him, Trey
Allen
Burton.
Robinson. Yeah.
So it's not bad, especially that coach came from, the Andy Reid tree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. I agree. 100%.
Who are some of the overrated teams? Seems that everyone's all hyped up about. You think it's going to take a step back? I know one for sure. I think the Eagles are going to take a step back.
I mean,
A slight step, not a big step, but a slight step back.
they can't take a step forward now either.
I mean, yeah.
What is it? There's nothing higher than the Super Bowl. So, I mean, if you don't win the Super Bowl, then you took a step back.
Yeah.
I don't see them dropping off too much. I think Eagles will be probably one of the strongest teams in the league.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. I don't see them being overrated. Or anything.
I think on offense they'll take a step back a little bit.
Yeah, they really have no choice with, you really don't know how Wentz
Wentz
is
is
going
gonna
to
come
come
back,
back
yeah.
and everything, so it's kind of, that's my team, but I see a step back coming, unfortunately, but, hopefully it's nothing crazy where,
The Steelers. I think the Steelers is a pretty overrated team.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean they have a
Okay.
lot of weapons. They
Yeah.
have a lot of weapons. They're good on paper, but it seems like when they get to the playoffs,
yeah, there's always something
Yeah,
missing.
we always see this from the Steelers. It's the same thing every time with them.
I like them, but I just feel like they overrated.
Overrated. All right.
Something's missing. I don't know if it's coaching or something, but they just seem, for some reason they just can't seem to get over that hump. You already know they're going to be in the playoffs, but they never could really get over whatever it is that's holding them back from actually getting to that next step.
Do you think it's Big Ben's fault or is the coach's fault? It's got to be one of those, I think. I feel
Yeah.
it's which one?
The coach got a lot
The
to do
coach.
with it. He's a good coach.
Yeah.
They have a lot. One thing I respect the Steelers organization as
Yeah.
one because they have a longevity with their coaches.
Right.
But he makes a lot of mistakes.
Yeah.
I mean, like he take a lot of risks.
Yeah.
And that hurts him. So I think the coach will have a lot to do with it too.
I mean, everybody take risks, I mean, sometimes risks are necessary to get to where you got to go. You can't always do what you expect people to do. You play Madden. We might be 4th and 20.
Yeah.
You still, what I mean.
But it's not
You
Madden,
might as
yeah.
well. It's not Madden.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Seems like he's
sometimes you
playing
gotta-
Madden.
Sometimes you got to take that chance.
Right.
If you're down by a touchdown or something like that, are you gonna hope that your defense does it, or do you have more faith in your offense? If you have more faith in your offense, then you may have to take that chance. You may, if your defense is trash, then what you're gonna do? Take a chance on the defense, and the defense give them another touchdown. If you feel like you have a better chance with offense on the field, and maybe you might have to take that chance sometimes. I'm not saying that as far as taking chances and risks are something that should always be taken, but I guess you got to really weigh it out and see how it plays out in the situation that they're in, where they take the risk or the chance.
Right. Let's talk about player holdouts. A lot of guys are holding out right now. Odell Beckham, Aaron Donald, Khalil Mack. Do you think they should be paid?
Definitely Donald.
Donald.
Without a question.
Yeah.
I mean, they one of the teams that's going to be one of the teams to be in it.
Right.
To have him on the line next to Sewell,
Yeah.
I mean, they need to pay him right away.
Yeah.
I don't know why they're holding out. They pay Sewell. They got Sewell in there. They got that Takeev from Denver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they got the team. So they need, and he's one of the biggest assets on their team. So they need to just go ahead and give him his money.
Yeah. Yeah. You
Yeah.
think?
I mean, Odell, he definitely needs to get paid. I mean,
He needs to get paid, but not paid what he wants to get paid. I think they should, come, in the middle and see what he should get paid. I mean, I don't know.
I
In the middle?
You got to pay him. Yeah, he deserves his money. I say he deserves his money, but he said he wants to be the
definitely
highest
outplayed.
paid player in the league.
I mean,
I don't know about that.
Well, he won't get that.
Yeah.
But he should be one of the highest.
Yeah,
paid
oh,
receivers.
definitely. Yeah, he should
think,
be highest paid
um,
receiver. The talent is there.
he outplayed that rookie contract. He definitely deserves
Yeah,
it.
he-
to get paid.
And,
in
I
that
think
sense.
Antonio Bryant. I think he's 17 million or 18 million.
Yeah. Who's the highest paid one? Is him, Antonio Brown?
Yeah, he's highest paid. So,
yeah,
I mean,
so, yeah.
something near there or higher. Just gotta give it to him.
Give him 17.5. Not the highest paid. You don't have to give him the 18 or something like that. You beat, as long as you beat Brown, I guess, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's an ego thing.
Yeah.
You know, when
Yeah.
it comes to some of them players, you know.
It's just like the quarterbacks. Every
Yeah.
newest quarterback wants to be the highest paid than the last guy who got the biggest contract. So it's like,
Right. Like,
Yeah.
I think Kirk Cousins. I think he's overpaid.
yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
I mean, the money they gave him was it's not worth.
How about Matthew Stafford? He's overpaid too. I think before Kirk Cousins, I think Stafford was in there a little bit.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not.
Then
Proven.
Jimmy G was improving. He got a big contract.
Yeah, you-
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think they've proven
Everything
it,
yet.
but they give it to them. They back the truck for them.
Yeah, well, it's the quarterback position, the most important position. So you gotta back the truck up for those guys.
I mean, you could have tried Keenum again, you know what I mean? You got far enough, you know.
Yeah.
Might have been able to save some money, see what other pieces you might have been able to pick up for the low, but, you know, I mean, it's definitely, it was a good look as far as them getting another quarterback in there, but,
How about Le'Veon Bell? Do you think he should get his money?
Definitely.
Definitely.
yeah,
Definitely.
they doing him real dirty. I,
mean,
don't like that.
No.
The franchise tag, they kept on.
They did it like a million times.
Yeah,
like,
I didn't understand.
But a lot of
it.
people feel that even Daniels is talking about it that position, running back position, with with the lifespan of a running back is so small, you can't invest a lot of money into that position. You agree or no?
Nah, but this guy
I mean,
right here, he's
yeah, I
different.
agree.
But he does a little bit
He
of
does more,
everything.
Yeah, he does. I mean, depending on how, you know what I mean, he fits into, you know what I mean, any
From the
any
slot,
scheme,
everything.
You know,
Yeah, he's a
Yeah,
change. He
change.
changed the game. You know, he could, like you said, he could get in the slot. He go
Yeah.
in the field.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if he was on the 49ers? He's more durable than McKinnon.
I know.
You know, and he can definitely play that position. But you know, as far as the money thing, it's like I understand that aspect
Well,
of
he-
it, but he did his thing.
I think he still would get it. Just like Kirk Cousins got his.
Yeah.
Next year, a team
Would get
would,
it.
Yeah, a team would definitely pay the.
Yeah, another team besides the Steelers.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because a lot of people feel that since Gurley and all these other guys are getting big contracts, he's looking like, whoa.
Yeah, but I mean, Gurley and them are younger fellas. and
Yeah, so
everything
you got to
like
wrap him up from
that.
early.
You gotta, the miles that he's gotten on them is a lot of miles and everything. You know, if I was him, I'd have sat this one out. Like y'all kept franchise tagging me. You know, it don't make any sense. But I'm looking for a big contract.
Big
you know, what I mean,
contract.
pretty much there's no reason for the Steelers to keep him fresh, like how they keeping other teams are keeping their running backs fresh. They'll
Yeah.
run them into the ground and discard them. You know, it's a business at the end of the day. So why not sit there and hold out? You know, you still got to take care of your family and everything like that. You know,
Yeah.
they're not taking care of you. If they really wanted you, they'd stop franchise tagging you three seasons ago.
Yeah.
You know, but
And with him not being on the field too, like when he's on the field, you don't know where they're gonna go. You know, they're gonna run, they're gonna pass. When he's not on the field, like all right, they're gonna pass.
Yeah, we're gonna
and
blitz.
blitz, and they cover Antonio Brown, double Antonio Brown, got Juju. You know, so all of those pieces on the field, it's like you don't know what to do. So
Definitely.
Eli, Hall of Famer? No? Yes or no? Borderline?
Nah, he's a Hall of Famer.
it's a real gray area. Right?
What do you think?
I say definitely a Hall of Famer. I mean,
Not the first go round for me. You know, we might have to go around a couple more times.
Why really? Not first ballot?
Nah.
You don't put him in the first time?
Nah, you might want to put Peyton's name in front of that man, and maybe they'll give it to you by
mean-
mistake or something.
I think the resume alone. I mean, he's gonna
Yeah.
get in on the resume alone.
The resume, does the
Two
resume?
Super Bowl MVP.
Okay.
I mean, that right there to get you right in there.
Right.
I mean, most of the time, how many times has there really been a running back that's been MVP in the past 2 or 3 seasons, if not back further?
Yeah.
And I mean, 9 times out of 10, it's usually the quarterback that ends up being the MVP. I mean, they took it from Lynch. He could have been MVP, but you decided to have Russell Westbrook throw it.
Yeah, 100%.
Why?
Russell Wilson, yeah.
Russell Wilson. Why you let him throw it? Why you let him run it?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
You know.
100%.
So I mean, that MVP thing is a little gray area as far as with the quarterback to me personally, because you know it's either going to be the quarterback or somebody who made, I guess, an outstanding play on defense. You know, an interception or something like that that really changed the score of the game or anything. But he's good. But I mean, I don't feel like it's the first ballot. I mean, give him maybe one or two go rounds.
Yeah.
I feel like he'd get there, but it's not at this moment.
I think he should get in. Depending on first ballot or not, it depends on what he do with his last couple of seasons as well. I think he should get in definitely because there are a lot of people who are in the Hall of Fame that he has better stats in career. Like my boy Jim Kelly. Jim Kelly's in the Hall of Fame. And I say Eli had a better career than him. First of all, he won more Super Bowls than Jim Kelly.
That means a lot.
And if you probably compare the stats, look at the stats. Eli's has a little bit better stats than Jim Kelly. Had a better career than him. So if Jim Kelly and a lot of cats,
Kelly
that's
like
just
that,
I mean, it's my boy, but I got to
You
keep
know
it real.
what I'm saying? Nick Foles. He got a Super Bowl win. What we gonna put?
That too, we can say that too, but he's not in the Hall of Fame. But just like when they put Tracy McGrady, and I don't want to digress a little bit, when they put Tracy McGrady in, hey, you kind of lowered the bar a little bit for a lot of cats to get into the Hall of Fame now. That curve now.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
I think Eli should definitely get in. First ballot or not, I don't know. I'll wait till his end of his career. Once his career is finished, then we'll see what the stats look like.
Yeah.
I think that he'll be a first ballot. I mean, that's by the
ballot.
critique about the way they been sitting letting people go in, and they looking at Eli as
Peyton's
cover
brother?
boy. Yeah, Peyton's brother.
Yeah, I know.
Cover
You're gonna have to
boy.
make that call or something. And you got to put my brother in there.
But I'm not a big Peyton Eli fan.
Eli fan, yeah.
No, I'm not.
Which coach deserves to be in the hot seat after the season if he does not get the job done?
Dude from the Browns. He should have been in the hot seat. I don't even know. I can't remember his name right now. How mad he got me, man. What's this guy's name?
You're talking about what is his name? I'll find his name. But
Not Hugh Jackson.
Hugh Jackson, that's his name. Yeah, there we
Hugh
go.
Jackson isn't. I thought Hugh Jackson was.
That's Hugh Jackson. That's his name. There you go.
got
Oh
him.
my
You
God,
got
that
him.
guy's the worst.
You got him.
He's
But,
horrible.
That's how much you hate him. You remember his name. It's right there.
It's on my mind and can't even put him on the right team.
But I think he is on the hot seat. I mean, if he don't, he got to get at least 6 wins.
If he wasn't on the hot seat from the last three or 4 seasons, then I don't even know what he must have like pictures. He's blackmailing these people because how can he not get fired yet?
But they had bad management on GM. They got a new GM now.
Dorsey. He's over there. He's
Dorsey's
doing a
over
pretty
there
good
now.
job.
So
yeah.
this is Dorsey's first year, so I guess he's going to try to give him a shot. But he got a lot of weapons now, man.
But is Hughes still, the head coach and pulling the strings and everything like that. That other coach he's good, but we don't know exactly how much, reign or how much pull he's going to actually give this
right.
offensive coach.
Because they both officer, like Hughes officer coach too.
Yeah.
And the guy coming from the Steelers,
Yeah.
he's officer style coach too.
Who's on your hot seat?
On my hot seat, Bowles will be on my hot seat.
I was gonna say that. Yeah.
I mean, I like Bowles as a coach.
Yeah.
I mean, but he got to prove himself this year. I mean, he got a little bit more weapons. He got to slow down the mistakes that he make on the field. Like he don't know when to call timeout sometimes. I mean, but I like Bowles, but he's on the hot seat. I think that him and the GM, they both on the hot seat.
Yeah?
Yeah. They got
Mike Maccagnan.
Yeah. So they both got to step that up this year.
My hot seat will be, he should have been on the hot seat. He left and he came. Marvin Lewis. I don't know how. He was on the hot seat. It seemed they're going to get rid of him.
Yeah.
And I don't know. They were going to keep him in the organization. They said, like, hire management and just, like, recruiting or whatever it is they're going to have.
Something away from the field.
And they brought him back. That was weird.
The Browns similar to Steelers as they keep their coaches' longevity.
Yeah.
And they cheat.
Yeah, that's what it's more cheap than anything else. It can't be that they keep their coaches. It has to be that cheap.
Yeah, they're cheap. They don't want to pay for the coach.
Yeah.
So he takes the job, but he's definitely on the hot seat.
Yeah.
But I don't think he will go.
Marvin Lewis?
Yeah, I think they'll keep him.
He just had this. He hasn't won a playoff game, right? In like how long?
I think he never won a playoff.
Did he? I'm gonna have to Google that.
Your thoughts on the new rule changes in the NFL? Last couple of years it was like, what's a catch? What's not a catch? They went back. They changed it. Now it's just whole tackling the helmet, lowering the helmet stuff.
I mean, it's just it's the same thing as like any other new rule that they add in the NFL. I guess they're saying it's to protect the players and everything. So, I guess after a while, there's a lot of flags that's being thrown during preseason, but I'm pretty sure it was the same thing last year with whatever new rule they had before. After they sit there and I guess get enough footage on what they can constitute as a low tackle and what's a proper tackle and everything like that. they'll clean it up before the regular season starts. So I really don't see anything as far as a big difference, or would it really change or affect anything. I don't think it's going to really affect anything after the season gets underway.
You know?
I hope so, because I believe it's horrible.
Yeah, that's
think,
what Richard Sherman says.
definitely.
Like, we're going to start playing flag football now.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to change the game. I mean, as in a big play. Like, say, your
Yeah.
team's going down to the drive, trying to get a touchdown, and somebody lowered their head and hit them. That's 20, 15-yard penalty. So I think it's going to change the game. I think they got to look into that.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to change the game. I mean, you've been playing football all your life. Let's say, you know, I mean, you're 23 years old or whatever. Might have been playing since you was 8. You know, so that means you had at least 15 plus or some odd years, depending on how old you are, of doing it, and them showing you how to tackle this way for all this time. And then now, 2018, they came out with the rule where, hey, you can't sit there and hit a person on this high or this low. It's gonna be a learning experience because you've been so conditioned to tackling a certain way and saying this is the proper way to tackle. So, yeah, I could definitely see it being a nuisance and everything. But I guess after a while and you get used to everything, then it shouldn't really be seen as much. Just like how they used to have the quarterback, the low tackles and everything like that on the quarterback.
Yeah.
You know, everybody got used to the rule. You know, it was a big headache before, and now, you know, everybody's used to it, and you really don't have a problem with it now. But the first few seasons, it might be a problem.
How about the national anthem? What do you think should be done? They had you running the show. What would you try to do to solve this whole big issue of the national anthem? I mean, some people say that it should be the way they used to be back in the days. Players should stay in the locker rooms, you know, so they won't have this problem anymore, because they said the players only started coming out because the military gave the NFL some money for the players to start coming out for the national anthem. So some people say this players should stay back in the locker room, so we don't know if you're kneeling or whatever, it won't be seen on TV, you know. But what do you think? How you solve this problem?
That's a big problem. I mean, that's probably one of the biggest problems the NFL has.
Yeah.
Because they have sponsorship and
Sponsorship,
everything like
I
that.
know.
Like ESPN, that they're not going to show the anthem.
Yeah.
So, me personally, I like how it could be better as the players,
Yeah.
you know, doing more in the community stuff, just
Yeah.
not just protesting and
Yeah.
showing that, you know, they're taking a stand, but they're showing, you know, out the community how they, you know, protesting and showing that we you know, why we protesting.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a big step, but I don't see no change because I see Donald Trump escalating it.
Yeah.
So then the more he speaks, the more the player's gonna
Yeah.
revoke from it. So I don't think there's no.
Yeah, sometimes it seems like it's going away a little bit, but then it comes right back into the light again, especially with him speaking on Twitter and tweeting. What do you think, Maurice?
It's straight nonsense, man. Like, I really feel like, you know, let the players do what they want to do. I mean, I understand what Burwell's saying as far as them doing stuff in community and everything like that. But some people, me personally, if I'm doing something in the community, I'm doing it in the community for me. You know, as far as, you know, I mean, I don't need to be seen or anything like that. You know, so if I did whatever, you know, like LeBron, and he did all this school stuff. If I'd like to keep it to myself, I'd like to keep it to myself. I'm not doing it for anything like that. So if I decide to take a stand outside as far as kneeling, it shouldn't, you know, why does that affect me? It's only affecting you because it's messing up your bottom line. You decided to take money from the armed forces or whoever to show us standing up and putting our hands over, over our heart. That's on you. That's not a me problem. That's a you problem. So now let's everybody stay back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? See where it leaves you. No, you decided to take the money.
Yeah.
And now, you know what I mean? Now I gotta sit there and jump through hoops and put on, some clown nose to dance in front of whoever you got paid, whoever paid you guys to, to fulfill some obligation. Did you run across us and see how we feel? Not everybody might not be as patriotic as the next person. You don't know what their story is or anything like that. So how, you involving me in this thing is, that's pretty much, that's on you guys. If you left us in the locker room, then I guess that deads everything as far as how I stand, what's my stance on, standing or kneeling, anything like that. So why don't you just go back to doing that?
Yeah.
I'm fine with it.
Then they have some owners who are putting out some rules saying, if you kneel, you're suspended, or
Jerry Jones.
And the Miami Dolphins, the organization, said the same thing too. So Oh, you know, I would like to see Jerry Jones is saying all that, but I would like to see if Zeke and Dak Neal if he's going to release them.
Dak's speaking up for it, where he's standing along with the owner.
You think that's really come from his heart, or Jerry Jones putting a battery in his back? He said, "Yeah, boy."
It could be both, but
I
it could be both. But I think that he's more of that type of
that type of guy.
Yeah, that's more like him.
Yeah.
Just people, I mean.
But do you think if Zeke took a Neal, Jerry Jones will release him? Because that's what Jerry Jones said. If he's going to release whoever.
No way.
No way.
Yeah, we could use him in Philly. Go ahead, take a knee. You think that he wouldn't get that bread somewhere else or something?
and they have Jerry on video. You know, the national anthem was playing, and he had his hat on. You know, everybody took the hat off, but he got his on, and they told him, "Yo, you got your hat on," and he just like. So I mean, so I don't understand. What he just making noise.
Making noise, yeah.
I mean, it's something when I see it or think about it, it's real. I guess it's irritating to me. You know, the people that they're scared to take a stance. I mean, you're making millions doing something that's a sport. It's not even you're not saving anybody's life. Anything. You're playing a game. Something that everybody grew up playing. A sport, not even necessarily football or something like that, but it's a game. It's not saving anything, and for you not to take a stance over a couple of dollars or whatever. I mean, hey, it's your life and everything, But I mean, after you have a certain amount of bread and money, I mean, what else is there? If you drove every car already, if you've been everywhere around the world, what's left? You standing up for. Injustice or whatever you want to stand up and take a stance for can help somebody who's not in your position, who's down somewhere, in the gutter or in the hood or whatever the case may be, and they sit there and see that as inspiration, and you chose the dollar or trucking and driving for some owner, and not take a stance for the people who when them other people and them owners turn their backs on you, you're gonna come back down to the hood and my peoples and this, that, and the third. Just like Des Bryant bum ass, and just like Bill Cosby. Pull your pants up and this, that, and the third. Now they're sitting there with real charges on you. Now you want to come back to us, and I feel like certain players, it's time for you should take a stance for something and let everybody know from where you're from in the community and your people. That you're taking a stance for something and not just taking a bread and everything. Okay, they suspend you or whatever the case may be. I mean, you spend that. I'm pretty sure you spend that bread in a strip club or something like that. You got book bags. You're on TMZ, making it rain and everything like that. But they're gonna suspend you for that type of bread that you just sat there and threw out. And it's no, I can't take this knee. But you threw it out in the club and everybody's seen you do it. So why you can't take a knee? And everything like that, and let them feel in their pocket. You in a Super Bowl race or a hunt in contention, and that happens. Right. They're not going to sit there and suspend you. They need you. They're trying to make it to the Super Bowl. Yeah. Relax. They got me going on a tangent.
Yeah.
But,
we agree.
I agree with you, man.
All right, so we're going to do a breakdown now of each division, each team. We're going to predict on how we think they're going to finish this upcoming season. You guys ready?
Good.
So I'm going to start it off. We're going to start off with the AFC East. Music ready. All right, we start for the AFC East. I think New England Patriots are going to win the division again.
Who's in the division for them to really have any competition?
Well, we got the Jets, we got the Bills.
You know that.
But we're not going to do anything this year. So I have New England finishing at 11-5. Even with Julian Edelman being out 4 games, I think they're going to win the division.
Yeah.
I got the Jets finishing in second place at 7-9. Sorry, I got you guys at 7-9.
I think we're a wild card team this year.
I got the Bills. I got the Bills finishing third place at 5-11. I'm sorry, Buffalo fans, but we're not going to be that good this year. And I got the Miami Dolphins finishing at 5-11. So the Bills and the Dolphins 5-11 in the basement.
I would say the Patriots too. I mean, even coming from a Jet fan, I think the Patriots will be the division champs. But I think the Jets will make us. We're going to sneak up on a lot of teams this year. I feel like we're a wild card team. I mean, as long as we get that defense together and we come out strong on the defense side, and Donald play a good game and not less turnovers, I think we'll be good. The Bills, I see them in the last. They got the quarterback, your rookie quarterback.
I agree. What's our record though? What do you predict our record's going to be?
2 to 3 games.
Oh, hey, if we do that, I'll take that first round pick.
Sneak up on anybody?
Yeah.
2 games?
I mean, with the rookie quarterback, I think that was a terrible pick for the Bills.
Yeah, I think so too.
I mean, he's not proven. I think they reached too early for him.
I definitely agree.
And Miami, I think they'll be the third. 'Cause I think with the Dolphins coming back with Tannehill coming back this year, I think he'll give him like 6 wins.
I do not like the Dolphins at all. Tannehill, they stink. They stink.
But
They
better
touched their
than
lineup, though.
but they better than the Bills.
We'll see. I don't know.
And you got-
I'll probably agree. They'll win more games.
And you got a veteran running back there too. You got Gore.
Yeah, goals can be there,
yeah.
but
Don't
I mean,
put
it all starts with the quarterback, though. I don't know. They lost Landry. Where do they go out there? I mean, they have some sleepers over there.
Parker,
Everybody's a sleeper.
But they're not.
Stills, Parker.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't see big
Parker
things.
been a sleeper since
I don't
he
see
came in the
big
league.
things. I don't see big things coming from the Dolphins. But I see the Patriots winning the division again.
How about
that's
you?
easy,
What do you think? How about?
The Patriots definitely on top. That's easy. That's a given right there. I mean, now between the Dolphins and the Bills, I give it to the Dolphins. They're definitely, I guess, that's off of, as far as maybe the quarterback situation. I mean, it's more secure in Miami. Why I may do that, and then you also got to think the line is no bueno over there in Buffalo. You already know that. You're a Buffalo fan. You should know that line is no good. There's really no one to throw it to. I can't really trust Kelvin. He's a talent, but he's not proven yet.
Yeah,
He's still
we'll
not
see
proven
what
yet.
happens,
We'll see
yeah.
exactly.
All right, we'll go to the AFC North. Pittsburgh, I have them winning the division again, as usual. 11-5. I got Pittsburgh 11-5. I got Baltimore finishing at 8-8. Cincinnati finishing at 6-10, and the Cleveland Browns finishing with 5 wins, 5-11. What do you guys think?
They could go 6.
I agree with you with the Steelers. The Steelers definitely probably one of the better teams in that division. I see them with double-digit wins, 10 to 11 wins. The Chiefs, I think that's a sleeper team.
Chiefs, where you get the Chiefs from, buddy?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Pittsburgh, Baltimore, Cincinnati, and Cleveland.
Okay, I'm skipping.
You skipping.
All right, well, the Baltimore Ravens, that's a team that it could be a sleeper too.
Yeah?
Yeah, well,
Who starts off? If Flacco or Jackson starts?
Flacco will start, but they're gonna bring in
Jackson?
Jackson in between games. I mean, he's a dynamic threat. I mean, got to watch out for him. Cincinnati, I don't see nothing pretty much happening with them. I really think Cleveland will jump ahead of Cincinnati.
Oh, yeah?
Cincinnati may be in the bottom.
How many would you give Cleveland this year?
I'm saying 5 to 6 wins.
Yeah.
I'm saying 5 to 6 wins.
Yeah.
And Hugh will keep his job.
What do you think?
He will not keep his job.
So-
Let me start with that. He needs not to keep his job.
Who wins the division?
Of course, it's going to be the Patriots. I mean, Pittsburgh. I mean, that's
Who? And then who after that? What do you got? Baltimore, Cincinnati, Cleveland?
Baltimore. I mean, definitely Baltimore. They always made sure that their defense was, up to par. So, they already have a leg up as far as, keeping, everybody else in their division pretty much at bay with that. The quarterback situation, not really feeling. I wasn't really a fan of Flacco, but I guess, they did what they were supposed to have done a long time ago, and which was, get a talent in there to put some fire under Flacco, because now he's looking like a completely different, quarterback with Jackson nipping at his heels or whatever. But, eventually they're going to put Jackson in just to see what he could do. Like Burwell said, he's a dynamic player. He has the, the feet like Vic, and they're saying that he has pretty good arm strength as well. We just have to see exactly what he does in the pocket. And as far as throws and everything like that, I haven't really caught too many games with Baltimore playing, but I'm hearing things like that, and he's pretty good, and he's, some people are saying that he's passing the eye test, but I guess we'll see when he really gets into the season and it's really something that matters on the line.
All right. We'll go to the AFC South now. Jacksonville, I got Jacksonville winning the division, 10-6. Houston at 8-8. I have Tennessee at 7-9, and I have Indianapolis Colts and not so lucky Luck finishing at 5-11. Your thoughts, guys?
That division is going to be a really good.
It's gonna be a division, but it was tough doing that division. But
Indianapolis Colts, I won't say they would be at the bottom dweller. I think Luck going to be surprising. I think he's going to move the offense.
What have you done for me lately? I gotta see. He gotta show me a good season first. For now, he's staying at 5-11. Yeah.
And who's the top team again?
I got Jacksonville finishing first place.
Yeah, definitely. Jacksonville, the defense is probably one of the better defense in the league.
Houston finishing second. I got Houston.
Houston, that could be another wild card type of team.
Yeah.
With Watson.
Watson, yeah.
Watson playing with the receiver they got over there.
Hopkins, yeah.
So,
Hopkins and Fuller.
Yeah.
So they have a good offense over there. So that division right there could be probably one of the toughest divisions in the NFL this year.
How about Tennessee? What you guys think?
I like Tennessee more than I should. You know, they have a new coach and everything like that. And that coaching really, people really don't understand, or maybe some may not realize how much coaching really plays a part in the NFL and more than any other sport.
Right.
You know, basketball, is completely different. It's not as intense, or the coach. You've seen Tyronn Lue bring the Cavs to the chip. I really think that that was Tyronn Lue coaching that brought them to where they got. But in football, it's something completely different. You've seen, when the Rams got rid of their coach, who was that? Derek Fisher. Horrible, the stash. When they got rid of him, and and brought the young.
But what do you think about Mariota though? I don't know.
He's decent.
He's decent, but he has to take that step forward for me for that team to really do well. I think.
But he was hurt last season. He had something wrong with his arm. He had a foot injury or something like that. He had gotten hurt sometime during the season, and he wasn't playing.
But they're always hurt. Their running backs are always hurt.
Yeah, but
isn't
now
Dion Lewis over there?
Yeah,
Henry.
Lewis
Before that,
hurt.
Murray. The guys are always hurt.
How you gonna put Lewis into the hurt situation?
He's always hurt. When he's with the Patriots, was he hurt?
He was hurting as a Patriot, but you can't.
Man,
you
these
can't
guys are always hurt.
If you draft or or trade for a person or pick up anybody who's hurt, then that's their fault. DeMarco Murray was exotic smash mouth. Nobody told you to do that.
I feel Lewis is a good addition to the team.
It is talent wise.
And it might help. It might help Murray out because he could come out the back for him to dump it to him.
And the wide receivers got to step up too. Davis has to have better.
I believe. You've seen what he did during the playoffs. Remember, he was out. He wasn't like he was there and he was just inconsistent. He had that hamstring thing or back or whatever the case may be, and he was out for a while. So he really never got a chance to play in the preseason or any other games with Mariota to get that chemistry.
Yeah, he was hurt last year too. And they had a Bishop Sankey. They do that. They're just cursed with hurt players.
2018.
Yeah.
But like he was saying,
go on the list of players that was
playing.
But like when they were saying, the coaching thing, I think that's going to help him. Coming from that tree.
Yeah.
And that I think that's going to discipline him. It's a team to look at.
They're like the Mets. You got to find out who's their health stat. The guys who are keeping them healthy, man. Those hurt. Let's move on to the AFC West. I got the Chargers finishing at 10-6. I have the Chiefs finishing at 9-7. I have Denver finishing at 9-7, and I have John Gruden and his return to the Raiders finishing at 5-11. I got three teams going from the playoffs in that division. What do you guys think?
But you know what? Now I'm saying that's a pretty tough division.
Yeah, that's a tough division now.
Yeah, but I think the Chargers and Denver will be probably one of the teams that's be fighting for the division.
Yeah.
I love the Chiefs.
Yeah.
That's one of my teams that I sleep. I'm a good sleeper. The quarterback, the young quarterback,
Mahomes.
Over there, Mahomes is going to be a player.
You think so?
I've been watching some of the preseason games. His arm.
I like his arm. I think he's going to struggle a little bit, but he'll find his groove.
And I think his quarterback IQ is good.
Yeah.
That's a little bit I saw. I was impressed. So but that division now you're saying that's going to be another tough division. The Raiders, Gruden. I think he's.
People are sleeping on him today. He might sneak up on some people.
Sneak up on who?
They got Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah, I think that
maybe anybody in the assisted living community he'll sneak up on. He'll sneak up on no young boy.
But I feel like with the offense, with his knowledge, I think it will help Carr out. I think they will use Marshawn Lynch way more than they did last year. And,
I think it's going to take at least a season. I think next year they might be a little bit better, but this year's going to be a feel-out season for the Raiders.
Just like in Atlanta when Sarkisian came in for that was his first season. Usually they say that during the second season that everything gels and everybody knows the system and everything. But I'm just not feeling as far as Gruden.
You're not feeling Gruden?
You told me to take it back to 85 or 88 or whatever.
Smash mouth football, baby.
All that old school stuff you pick up,
And then you don't know the Khalil Mack situation, too. What's going on with that, too. Yeah, so we'll see. All right, so my 6 playoff teams going from the AFC. I had the Patriots, the Steelers, the Jags, the Chargers, the Chiefs, and the Broncos.
Like the Chargers.
Oh, you got
Well, you know.
6 got to get in.
Yeah.
The division winners automatically get in, and then they got the 2 wild cards.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds good, but coming from a Jet fan, I feel like we're gonna sneak in.
The Jets.
Yes.
You guys gonna stink this year.
Yeah, mark this down.
6, 7 wins.
Okay, that's what you think. But
I mean,
otherwise,
it's a lot of the Jets gonna have to really pick up more than 7 wins. I mean, as far as that's a lot of talent over there.
I feel like 9 wins.
They're gonna have to get 9.
Back in days, 9 wins just get you in. Now 10 wins barely get you in. I've seen teams
That's
have
what
10
I'm
wins
saying.
don't get you in. So
That's what I'm saying. Like you said, 7 wins. It's gonna be hard to get a wild card or anything like that.
so you think the Jets gonna get 9 to 7 wins this season?
No. I say from 9 to 10 wins.
Ooh,
That's
Yeah.
aggressive.
really?
Yeah, I feel, but our defense is gonna carry us. I mean, we get our defense to get in there. I think our defense will be the main thing that
It's
gets us in
gonna
there.
have to. I mean, y'all picked up what's the running back from Cleveland?
Caldwell.
Yeah.
Crowell.
Crowell,
Yeah.
You do realize that we're playing the Packers division, so Minnesota, Green Bay,
Yeah, that's
those
what I'm
like
saying.
almost top-notch teams. Those are losses
Almost
right there.
top-notch.
Almost 4 losses in there.
Yeah, I mean,
you
you
play the
can't
Patriots twice.
I mean, we could beat the Patriots. We could beat. I mean, we'll get one. They could get one.
All right, we'll give you one.
All right,
I marked them down. I mean,
but you can't lose against the Buffalo or Miami. There's some games that you just can't lose if you want to get to that 9-10 win mark. So you got to beat the bad teams.
I'll just mark this down. I mean, we know today's date.
All right. Everything is recorded, so we got this. Let's go to the NFC now. NFC East. I got the Giants winning the division at 10-6. Got Philly at 9-7. I got those Cowboys at 6-10, and I got those Washington Redskins at 4-12.
Well, did you say that?
That's a step back.
Giants.
9-7.
Nah, I think you're way off with
It
that.
is.
I am. All right. Let's hear.
I don't see the Giants making the playoffs this year.
Really?
Even though they have a good, the team is way better than last year, but that division.
If everyone's clicking, let's say if everyone's clicking. Saquon is who Saquon say he is. If Odell plays like Odell, the defense plays well. Ingram steps up.
But you got Eli.
Shepard.
Eli. That's what I was about to say. If Eli plays,
Wait a
like
minute,
he
but
is-
that takes the pressure off for Eli. If those other guys are doing what they have to do, he doesn't have to do too much.
All right, so with Eli, he get rattled when people.
That's why.
So you got Odell not getting the ball. He got to force it to Odell. He throws a lot of interceptions.
Ground and pound.
Every time
Wait a
Every time
minute.
he gets hit, he always has that lost look on his
What-
face.
but hold on.
That lost look on his
The
face.
last time
man.
Eli won 2 chips, what happened? They had a good running game and a good passing game, right? It didn't ask him to do too much.
he had a big catch.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah,
They didn't ask him to do too
he
much.
had a big
It's just
catch.
the same situation with the Cowboys. They're not asking Wilson to do too much because he got
Dak?
they're not asking Dak to do too much because
But that's his role.
The guys
I mean,
there.
Dak, that's his role, and Dak, that's what he want. He need his.
All right, so Giants, no 10-6 for the Giants.
No, I see them like 17, 7.
All right, so Philly.
I'll give him 8.
What do you give Philly?
division champs.
Division champs? What? 10 wins?
10, probably more. They could go 10 up.
Dallas
Dallas.
Second in the division.
second, the third.
Second.
Second, you're going second. How much you got Dallas getting?
They're gonna be fighting for that last wild
Ooh,
card.
I don't like their wide receivers at all. They're going to
Yeah.
stack the box on Ezekiel Elliott. You know that, right? And their defense is.
The defense is shoddy. I really don't like that.
But then
wide
again, you
receiver
never know.
core,
You know, this is
Yeah.
we're just making
but-
predictions.
Yeah, but I just see them with Zach getting his touches.
Yeah.
And the offensive line is still one of the best in the
Yeah, I
in
agree
the
with that.
NFL. So
You get them with 10 wins, 9 wins,
yeah, I think they're fighting for that last wild card. But I think the Philly will take care of that division.
and we all agree that Washington's finishing last place, right?
Oh, they're done.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
but,
don't like the
don't
team
even
at
show
all.
up.
Oh,
You don't even have to show up if you don't want to. Just put,
Oh,
put,
I mean,
the replacements in.
With the rookie running back going down too, they put a lot
Guys?
Darius Guice?
Yeah.
So that hurts
AP's back.
But they say he looked good. I didn't see the game. I didn't see the
What?
game. But they say he looked good yesterday. I didn't see the game, but they
I
say
didn't see it. I didn't see it
said
as
that he
well.
ran a couple.
Was he going against the starters or the third string?
I don't know, but they say he ran it. They say he ran, so they say he might be a fantasy sleeper.
Vanilla defense.
What? Yeah, you can pick him up. Go ahead.
All right, the NFC North. This is let's see. I got the Packers finishing at 12-4. Minnesota finishing at 10-6. I got the Bears with 6-10, and I got Detroit Lions at 5-11. Your thoughts?
Minnesota might win that division.
I had them at first, but I had them at winning the division at first, but
I feel like Cousins will help that
Just
offense.
It's just an addition.
It's an addition, yeah.
Yeah.
Upgrade over
You already
Keith.
got that.
Yeah.
With Steph Diggs.
Yeah.
I think that would help open him up.
He got his money. You think he's still gonna play well, or he got his money? He gonna chill?
No, he's an explosive player.
Yeah,
I mean, I like Thielen.
yeah.
So they got a pretty good offense. So their defense is
Yeah,
one of the
defense.
best in the league too. So I think that the Vikings probably win that division.
Yeah, definitely. hands down.
Packers got
The Packers, I like the Packers. I think they're gonna get in. With the addition of Graham, Jimmy Graham,
yeah.
I think that's gonna be one of the best pickups that they have.
You don't like that?
I don't like Graham.
What? That's gonna be the new Jordy Nelson.
Yo, he's gonna find him.
He's gonna find him a lot.
Oh, he will be dunking.
He's gonna be dunking on that goalpost.
That dude
It's gonna
is slow.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Aaron will find him. Just to
Dude's
get
game
open.
Speed is slow.
Get
man.
open. That's it.
Yeah, but I think
how that
Graham.
works.
I think something about Aaron Rodgers. He likes somebody big.
Yeah, I mean,
walk down the
as
middle.
far as the red
Yeah.
zone threat, but
Yeah, so I think that will help them out. If they can keep their defense going, I think the Packers will be.
And how about the Bears and Lions? You got
I like the Bears.
I like the Bears too.
6 wins? More than 6 wins?
I think 6.
Yeah, I think more than
More than
six.
6.
Like he was saying earlier with the coach,
Yeah.
he's a good offensive coach. Like
That's not Nagy? Who's
Yeah,
over there?
Nagy,
Nagy,
Nagy.
yeah.
So I feel like the pieces they got, they're gonna improve
Yeah,
definitely
they
this
got,
year.
they got some pieces. I mean, definitely. I'm gonna keep an eye out on Tyreek Cohen.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I feel like they're gonna do more with him. You know, I mean, if this dude Howard, they're saying that he's in there practicing and to catch. You know what I mean? So I mean,
Where's Cohen's playing the slot now or something?
Yeah, they'll put him in the slot.
They put him, they're trying to line him up pretty much everywhere.
They put both of them in the game.
So who's on that? Who they got on the outside? They got the Miller, the rookie, and
they got Robinson.
Miller.
And Miller.
They got Robinson.
They got some weapons.
They got the little Burton guy right in the tight end.
Yeah, the tight end
Yeah,
from
you got Trey Burton.
from the Eagles, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and you got the quarterback. Now
Trubisky. Yeah. I think it's he'll do pretty good.
Yeah, I think the quarterback will help him.
How about the Lions that have finished it? So they're going to finish in last place. Matt Patricia, a Patriot staff member's over there.
They'll finish last.
Yeah, definitely. That's because y'all picked up Blunt. I don't know why y'all picked up. I need to sit there and figure out y'all backfield situation. Why you even added another piece to it? What y'all gonna do with Abdullah? You know what I mean? Y'all gonna get rid of him? There's too many.
There's too many running backs.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the NFC South. This division is always we don't really know who's going to take in this division. Every year it's like this. I got the Saints 11-5. Got the Falcons 10-6. I had the Panthers at 97 and Tampa finishing at 5-11.
Okay.
That's always one of the toughest divisions every year. It's like no one wants to ever get that big leap to take over the division.
Like what Manir was saying earlier too about with the Falcons. With the coach that came in last year, the offensive coordinator.
Sarkisian.
Yeah.
I think that the offense is going to pick up.
So you got the Falcons winning the division?
Yes, I do. I got them.
10, 11, 12 wins?
10, yeah, 10
wins? 10 wins in that division?
Yeah, I mean, it might be a little bit higher, but I think it's going to be a tough division too. But I think that the offense,
Julio Jones?
Julio Jones, he's going to have a good season.
Yeah, you're gonna have some positive regression. I mean, that last season was.
I want to see what Matty Ice does, man. Matty Ice had one great season. He took a step back last year, so I want to see what happens.
You have to, look at the stats or whatever and see what is pretty much his normal is. I mean, that's not that what happened last season really wasn't what we accustomed to seeing.
So you don't like the Saints finishing in first place? Their defense is good now. Remember, they used to have a high-powered offense, but their defense has started getting good the last couple of seasons. It's pretty good on defense.
No, like
so
you said,
they're good on both sides of the ball.
No, that's a strong division. That's a strong division.
Definitely is.
So you got Falcons finishing first. Who you got finishing second?
The Saints.
Saints. All right, Carolina third.
Third.
Superman. No
playoff for them. No
playoffs?
No playoffs for them.
And the Bucks last place.
Definitely Bucks last place.
And
Winston
out like 4 games.
Fitzpatrick say he's gonna make some Fitz magic this year.
What?
Just joking.
Did you see the schedule? Did you see the first 2 games? Those are 2 losses right there.
All right. Moving on to NFC West. This is it's easy for me. I had the Rams finishing at 12-4. I have San Francisco at 8-8, Seahawks 7-9, and Arizona at 5-11. Thoughts, fellas?
I probably would agree everything you said with that one.
Yeah. That lines up properly.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I think the 49ers.
They may win more than what you have, but
Garoppolo.
they're definitely second to the Rams to me.
Yeah, Seattle takes a big step back with all the breakup of the Legion. Boom.
Yeah, that's
I think
done for.
Russell Wilson will have a lot of pressure on him.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be. He was running last season. He's definitely gonna be running
this season. How about Arizona over there, last place?
Yeah, they just rebuilding.
Yeah, they're finding themselves.
Yeah, they rebuilding.
So I got NFC playoff teams. I had the Giants, Vikings, Packers, Saints, Falcons, Panthers, and Rams. I got the Panthers going in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, wild card. No,
I don't see it.
you don't see it.
I don't see
The
it.
line is kind of banged up right now, so I mean, I can't really see it either right at the moment. But you know, anything's possible though.
Yeah, okay. So any last minute thoughts?
Hugh Jackson needs to get fired. He needs to be sitting over here somewhere. He don't need to be. Get him a job.
He got 1 6. Yeah, he got 1 6 wins.
Said 6 wins.
Yeah, 6 wins.
And Bowles got to win. You got to get to the playoffs,
We
right?
gotta get the playoffs.
Gotta get the playoffs.
Gotta get the playoffs.
All right, so I mean that wraps up another episode of the Hot Seat. Thank you, fellas, for coming on the show,
Well, definitely, man.
Yeah, appreciate it, man.
and we'll see you for another episode in the future.
Definitely.
All right, that wraps another episode for the Hot Seat. Yours truly, Nesta Can. Take care and God bless.